want to be considered as stair, and it will create all these dimensions with a simple tag to it, so that it will be easy for me to recognize while the bill of material and everything is created. Also, there is a cross which will be created automatically, showing or highlighting that these areas are under deduction. So if I'll select, as soon as I'll select all the areas, and it will be given a new tag with the dimensions and everything. So this is my stair area. Similarly, let's say I have few more areas which I would like to use. Like the lift area, I would like to mention as a deduction. So I can just select the areas, and again it will create the tag and everything for me. Again, let me just quickly add few more areas, and so that I can show you how the calculation works. I can select any area. Okay, let me just select this flower bed actually, and click OK, and select all the areas which I would like to mention as flower bed, and which will be a deduction for me. So you can see multiple areas are being added to the for the calculation purpose. So it will be very easy, very simple, and you can see it has again given the same kind of numbering, because if the sizes are of same thing, it will give the same tag number. So I can just select this, and then this area, this area, this. So I've added all these as my floor bed area, which I would be needing for all my calculations. So what I can do now is like, I can simply go to the ArcSys tool, calculations, simple, and area calculation. So you can click on this, select OK, and then specify the entities. So you can see almost like 87 entities are found, and hit enter. Now it has done all the calculation. It's just asking me to specify a point where I can place the table. So you can see a long list of calculations are created in just one click, which is typically done manually with a lot of users, a lot of man hours being invested into it. But here everything is done just with one click, and the best part, you can see typically floor. So all the area which were needed to be calculated is highlighted in here, and it has given a code like X. Then there was lift area which we wanted to deduct actually. So it has given all the calculation for lift area, and that has been mentioned as Y1. Then you have your staircase area calculations, which is like you have mentioned 5 places which will be mentioned or given as a staircase calculation. So here you have Y2, and then you have flower bed calculations, which was Y3. So you can see all the calculations, everything is done with just one click, and the net built up area has been calculated using the X, and the deduction values of Y1, Y2 and Y3. The final square meter value has been created in here. So you can see how easy and simple it was to do all these calculations using the ArcSys tool. And it has typically already has saved a lot of man hours which any users or any architect person has to invest in all these calculations. So it has done or cut it. The ArcSys can really cut a lot of man hours and save a lot of time for you. So moving on to the other tools, other options. If you have any questions till now, you can use the chat window. Yeah, so as I mentioned that we have to do, if you want to do everything in feet and inches instead of meters, you just need to change the unit from decimal to architectural, and it will take care of it. I have this question again, so I'll show you at the end that if you want the full drawing, how to do that one as well. So moving on to the other questions or other typical concerns which we have, like we have to do a lot of sections, or sections has to be created during the drawing. So if I'll go here and go to the draw section option, so you can click here, and then it shows a long list of options, like if you want to show the roof, floors, stilts, walls and slabs, and what are the different heights and other things which has to be considered. What will the floor height, beam length, beam depth, slab thickness, everything is there. Okay, so how to customize this keyboard shortcuts? We have the alias options. I can show you you can go to the options, and there we have the aliases option, so that can be added to create the shortcuts for this. Yeah, so moving on to the others, like you can typically change the layers as well. If you want the wall layer to be used, so you can specify in here window layer. With this RCC, for RCC I have the layer, so I can give it in here, and then you have the option of number of floors. So you can, let's say I would like to give number of floor as 3 or 4, let's say I'll give it 4. Click OK. So I had a section line pre-created. I just need to select the section line and then specify the location where I would like to place the section view. So you can see here it has created a section of 4 floors with just one selection. So it has saved a lot of time. We have some windows, living area and the bed area which was there in this portion. Window and the projection is mentioned in here. So how easily you have created the here. So what you can do is like this section line was pre-defined for me, but if you want to define your own section line, you can create a reference line in here and then insert tags to it to mention what will be the projection, what will the window and everything. So how these tags work, if you go to building section, you have this option of insert tags. So I click on this, you have all these options, okay, like window, doors and other things. So first thing which I want to mention is the projection, and it will be vertical to the section line. So I'll click OK and then place the position or the projection tag in here. So it has added. One more thing which we need to ensure that the projection should cut through the reference line or the section line. So that is very important for it to work or considered as a projection line. So you can see here it has shown the projection in here. Now there are some other tags which I would like to insert, so I can go to this I tag. So someone are asking related to the keyboard shortcuts. You can see we have all these shortcuts available. You can just once you get used to the solution, you can start using all those shortcuts, and it will, so let's say this I tag is basically for insert tag. If I use the same on the keyboard, it will show me the shortcut in here, I tag. Insert, and it will again come back to the same area. Yeah, okay, so I have an interesting question. Without creating 3D model, we can create section and elevation in Aries Commander. Yeah, we can. So basically you just need to specify the number of floors, and it will calculate based on the floor area or which is the projection. So let me just show you one more example. This is basically to show you how you can create a projection or section line. So you just select